Hello everyone and welcome to this e-learning module. My name is Lamsara and I'm the Sustainability Manager for Rockfon Europe and Asia. Today I will talk about circularity in construction, explain the concept and help you understand how to assess circularity in the materials you select for your new construction project. So this is our planet. Water, food and shelter are one of our basic needs for every human being. But no matter whether we live in a fancy villa or a tin house, all buildings have a growing environmental footprint. By 2025, 1 billion houses will be needed worldwide. In order to meet this number, we need to consume a vast amount of resources and energy, which will lead to additional emissions and negative environmental impacts. Even nowadays, construction materials are responsible for more than 1/3 of global resource consumption and around 36% of the global energy. What is more, buildings generate significant amounts of waste, in fact 40% of the urban solid waste, and from that, only 20 or 30% is recycled or reused, which is often due to poor design and lack of information on building contents. In absolute numbers, this is 450 million tons of construction and demolition waste, which is generated every year in Europe only. Quite striking, right? Well, imagine what will happen in the coming years as more and more houses will be built worldwide. It is evident that the traditional linear economic approach of take, make and dispose model in the construction sector led to enormous emissions and waste through the years, highlighting the need to go back to a more circular approach of reduce, remake, recycle that helps lower emissions and waste and keeps materials in use for a longer time. This circular approach actually imitates what happens already in nature, so it's definitely not something new. But what are the basic principles of circular economy? Or in other words, what can I do to make sure that the products I select in my building are circular? According to Ellen MacArthur Foundation, circular economy relies on the following three principles. The first one is about regenerating natural systems. The second about designing out waste and pollution. And the third one is about keeping products, components and materials in use for a long time. So let's take a closer look in the first one about regenerating natural systems. This could mean that you create buildings that are passive and bioclimatic and you strive towards biophilic design to secure the well-being of the occupants. Inspired by Edward Wilson's hypothesis that humans have an inherent need of nature, biophilic design seeks to enhance our connection with the natural environment. Biophilic design incorporates natural elements into workplace design, which can include access to natural light, natural colors, patterns, and textures. In that context, selecting materials that enhance the natural light and secure good acoustics and indoor conditions is key. Regenerating natural systems could also be other things, like how the product returns to the environment in the end of its lifetime. The second one is about designing out waste and pollution. For the built environment, this can include many things. It could mean selecting products with low environmental footprint that do not contain any toxic substances and they do not cause a significant burden to the environment. Also, it could mean that the building and its materials are designed to be flexible and modular, easily disassembled and dismantled. They can be reused or recycled, and they have high recycled content, meaning that they do not use a lot of primary resources, but mostly waste materials for their production. So these are some things that you could actually look for in the materials and products you select and make sure that they fit into the circular buildings of the future. The last one is about keeping products and materials in use. This is very much related to two key aspects. The first one is about the durability of the construction materials in the built environment, meaning that it's important to select the ones that have a long-lasting performance and do not degrade or repair. The other aspect is about the end-of-life options of the materials you select. It is important to select the ones that are easily recycled if they are not reused, and even better upcycled to create materials and products of higher value. Looking into the content of the materials again, you need to make sure that the products you select have the highest recycled content possible, and therefore minimize the use of primary resources as much as possible. The benefits of that approach is that you will manage to reduce the CO2 emissions from remanufacturing, reduce the resource demand and energy use. Another significant benefit is also realized in terms of costs, as you do not have to consider any repair and refurbishment costs or the cost of virgin scarce resources. The need to return to more circular systems is understood in Europe, and it's reflected in the new ambitious strategy as this is outlined in Europe's new Green Deal. One of its core parts is the Circular Economy Action Plan, which announces initiatives looking into the entire life cycle of products and systems. Some of the main areas of focus are presented in this slide and are actions on product design by broadening the Eco-Design Directive and introducing sustainability principles and metrics around the product's durability, reusability, and repairability, or increasing the product's recycled content. Also, other actions are empowering consumers by giving them more information on sustainability at the point of sale, ensuring less waste, and focus on sectors with high potential on circularity, like, for example, vehicles, plastics, textiles, and of course, construction. Building sector is one key area of focus for the European Commission in the coming years, since, as we explained before, is responsible for more than 1/3 of the total material extraction and for more than 40% of the total waste generated in Europe. Therefore, the need for more sustainable and circular processes is rather imminent. By looking into the previous definition from Ellen MacArthur, we can say that we in Rockfon fulfill all the 3 criteria for a circular product. We design out waste and pollution during the whole life cycle of stone wool, we keep the product in use for a long time, and we regenerate natural systems. And let me explain to you why by taking a look into the full life cycle of Rockfon ceiling tiles. During manufacturing, we upcycle waste from other industries and create value, stopping these materials from being sent to landfill. Our stone wool products are made from up to 75% of recycled materials. Also, we do not use any scarce resources, and for example, basalt is an inexhaustible raw material. Finally, none of our factories send stone wool waste to landfill. During installation, we offer the chance to recycle the stone wool waste cut-offs by delivering it back to our factories. After being installed, the product stays in the building for a long time and keeps the same technical properties and characteristics as the day you installed it. Stone wool tiles and grids can be reused and therefore have a second or third life. In the end of their useful life, stone wool acoustic solutions can be easily dismantled and can be recycled again and again without any degradation on their quality and not, for example, downcycled into materials or products of lower value. Right now, we offer a recycling service in many European countries where we have business activity, like, for example, Denmark, France, UK, Netherlands, Belgium, Sweden, and many more. We have established partnerships and we work with waste handling companies to offer the recycling service to our customers for both renovation and demolition. And if you want to find out more, I definitely encourage you to visit our local websites, download the Circularity brochure that we have there, or contact one of our local representatives. Finally, the inherent properties of our products, which improve acoustics and enhance natural lighting, while having a low environmental footprint, so that Rockfon products are the natural, sustainable choice for your next project. At this point, I would like to close this session. If you have any questions, please reach out to me in my email address here or to one of my colleagues locally. Here you can find some of the references for the data and key facts I mentioned in this presentation. And if you want to learn more about Rockfon, here are some useful links. Thank you very much for your attention. Until next time.